Hi everybody, Sher here with you. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm really excited to share with you the first few projects that I've made with my new Cricut machine. Many of you had requested that I do that because you were kind of curious to see what I'd be making with it. I've actually been having a lot of fun. I was very intimidated at the beginning. It actually stayed in the box for a few weeks after I purchased it, and it scared me. I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna get frustrated. I don't know what I thought or why I thought it was gonna be so horrible, but you know what, there's lots of tutorials out there on YouTube. Cricut also has lots of, helpful links to watch, and they send me emails just about every day, and there's always, helpful videos and things like that and tips. It's actually not that bad. So for those of you that have one and have been scared to use it, get it out of the box, give it a try. It's like anything. You just have to kind of try it out. The more you use it, the better at it you'll get, and the more comfortable with it you'll get. And I've been having so much fun. I actually just am leaving it on my kitchen table, and I've used it in so many different applications already. It's come in handy for my fairy gardening to make, custom little signs. A girlfriend of mine is putting on an 85th birthday party here for her mother-in-law. She had me personalize some vases that she plans on putting some flowers and things in. And it just has so many applications, and I don't know what I did without it now that I have it. I use it every day, just about. Anyway, so I'm really excited to share with you some of the things that I've been making. So here we go. All right, so many of you are probably busting a gut right now because those of you that know me really well will not be surprised that this was my very first project that I created with my Cricut machine. I actually just went to Google Image, I found the image, and I converted it into the correct file that I could use on the Cricut Design Space. And I printed it out, and I made a stencil, and this is, like I say, the first thing I made. And I just borrowed my boyfriend's little drill, and I drilled some holes here. I'll show you what it looks like on the back. You can see that I'm already excited for Christmas. I have lots of ideas and fun things that I'm definitely going to be trying this Christmas time. So yeah, all I did was I just glued them with my glue gun into place. And the great thing about this little wooden shadow box, actually it's a painter's palette. It's perfectly fits like one of these little battery packs. I'll glue that into place. But yeah, it's pretty cute. I was pretty happy with this for my very first project. I did screw up a couple little spots here. I need to touch up with some white paint there. I got a little bit crazy with the paint sponge. You have to be a little bit more careful. Obviously, I need to take my time a little bit more. And if I'd have had some multicolored lights, that's what I would have used. But this is all I kind of had on hand. But I thought that this turned out actually pretty darn cute just for some things that I had kicking around home, because I couldn't wait to try my hand at making myself a little red truck with the Christmas tree in the box. So the next project I made, I used the exact same decal, and I just painted the truck orange this time because that's my boyfriend's favorite color. And this is actually going to go on the window at my boyfriend's office. He owns his own little car lot. He's a one-man show. And yeah, I think his customers are really gonna get a kick out of this. And yeah, so that was the next thing that I made. So after completing a couple of projects, I was starting to get a little more confident, and I decided that I would purchase my first SVG files. I had stumbled across this site a while ago. I will make sure that I put the link of it down in the description box, because this lady makes the most beautiful SVG files. This actually came in a lot, a truck lot. I think there was 6 files. So of course there was a Christmas themed one, a spring, summer, Easter, a Valentine's one, and I just absolutely fell in love with them. I believe I paid $20, and like I say, I think there was 6 files, and they're also good for commercial use, so that I can actually make these and sell them if I really wanted to. Anyway, I loved this one, but of course I really love the Christmas one too, and I can't wait to make that one. But this is the one that I made using those files, and I think it turned out so cute. And I just used simple, cheap, inexpensive vinyl that I got at Dollar Tree. This is shelf vinyl to make my little stencil here. And I also used this, again, the clear, inexpensive shelf liner from Dollar Tree, and I used this as transfer tape. And it worked perfectly. And then I just put a kind of a thin layer of Mod Podge over the top just to kind of help seal everything in. And I think it turned out really, really good. So using that exact same SVG file, I customized a couple of signs here for some friends of mine that are actually moving. They're both moving into new homes, and I thought it would be kind of fun to make them something for their new houses, and this is what I came up with. It was really easy. I just deleted the top part that I didn't want from the other file and found this other image on Google. I just searched Google and came up with this, and yeah, and I just printed out their names here, and I applied the decals onto these little signs, and again I put a thin coat of Mod Podge on everything just to kind of help seal everything in and also to help make sure that these little decals didn't come off. So this next project, to those of you who know me well, aren't going to be surprised with this one either. I couldn't wait to find myself a cute little image on Google of a fairy so that I could make myself a little fairy lantern. Again, I just cut it out of the shelf liner from Dollar Tree, and I stuck it right onto the jar. I used a little bit of rubbing alcohol to make sure the jar was super clean, to make sure that this would stick really well. And then I also just printed this out and yeah, stuck that on there as well, and I love the way this looks. So one of the ladies that I work with is getting married, and we are actually celebrating that with having a little get-together tomorrow evening. We're going to have a shower for her, and I thought this would be kind of fun opportunity for me to try to, use my Cricut machine, doing some things that I haven't done yet. So she's definitely a gym rat. She likes to work out at the gym, and I thought this would be really cute. A little water bottle here. I purchased that at Dollarama for $4, and I just cut out these on some vinyl and stuck them on there. I made sure that I used a little bit of rubbing alcohol again just to make sure that the surface was nice and clean and dry before I put the decals on. These little mugs came from Dollar Tree, so I didn't have to spend very much on these at all, and I think that they turned out really super cute. I think she's going to enjoy those. And lastly, I thought this would be kind of a neat little mug that she can use at her shower. She can drink all night out of this little mug, and it just says right on here, "The Future Mrs." And I actually used acid etching, glass etching, to put that on there. I made a little decal, and this is the stuff that I used. I purchased this at Michael's. It was a little bit pricey, but I used my 40% off coupon for this, and it worked really well. I just made my own little template here and used that paste and left it on for about 5 minutes, rinsed it off, and it worked awesome. So again, pretty excited to make some more projects, especially at Christmas time. I think that'll be really fun to play around with. So this is the most recent use that I used my Cricut machine for. I just put this little fairy garden together for a girlfriend of mine who's going to be getting married soon. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, my fairy gardening is definitely going to be kicked up a notch with being able to make my own customized little decals and signs. Oh man, I don't know what I even did before I had this Cricut machine. I definitely was missing out. So for those of you that have been sitting on the fence, not sure if you could, would want to use a Cricut machine or have a use for a Cricut machine, I can guarantee you will find uses on probably a daily basis for it. Like, I am just so blown away with how much I've enjoyed using it and how many times I've used it already. So if you're on the fence, go for it. You won't be disappointed. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little share today, and until next time, I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.